Hello and welcome class 7 students. Today in this class I am going to focus into exercise 17 sums. Previously we have started this exercise, but today also we will continue with this exercise only. Few more sums from the factorization chapter of exercise 17. So please focus in today's class. Last day we have done up till sum number 6. So today we will start from sum number 7. We will start solving from sum number 7. In sum number 7 it is given that 64 a square b square minus a to the power 4 b to the power 4. Now what I told you earlier was first to take common. If you find any common factor between the two expressions, take that as common. So here in these two expressions, a square b square is present in both. So that you will take common, and inside the bracket you will keep 64 minus a square b square. Once you have taken a square b square outside the bracket as a common factor, inside the bracket the leftover factors will be remaining. So you have taken a square b square from the first expression, so 64 is remaining, and a square b square again you have taken common from the second expression, so a square b square is remaining. Multiplying this you are getting a to the power 4 b to the power 4. So now a square b square will be kept inside the bracket, outside the bracket, and inside the bracket you will apply the formula of a square minus b square, which means a plus b into a minus b. Here a is 8 and a square b square means ab whole square. So now you will write a plus b into a minus b. That means 8 plus ab into 8 minus ab. This is how you will solve these type of sums. So 7 is solved. Now we will slowly move to next sum, that is sum number 8. Now we will solve sum number 8, rubbing of sum number 7. In sum number 8 it is given that in sum number 8 it is given that x square y square z square minus 1 this means it is the whole square of xyz whole square minus 1 square. So a square minus b square. So you will write a, you will consider this as a and consider this as b. So a plus b into a minus b. So xyz plus 1 into xyz minus 1. This is how you will solve sum number 8. As you can see, in every sum we are applying the formula of a plus b and a minus b. That is a square minus b square is equal to a plus b into a minus b. That formula we are applying in every sum and solving the sums. Let's move on to the next sum, that is sum number 9. A square b square minus 25 c square d square, 25 c square d square. This is given in sum number 9. A square b square means ab whole square, and 25 c square d square means 5 cd. If you do the square root of 25 c square d square, you are going to get 5 cd whole square. So this is a square and this is b square. We will treat this as a square and this as b square. So ab plus 5 cd and ab minus 5 cd. That's all for this sum, sum number 9. Now we will solve sum number 10. Sum number 10, what is given? Let's see. In sum number 10 it is given x square y to the power 4, x square y to the power 4 minus 100x square. See, from these two expressions, this is sum number 10 that we are solving. See, from these two expressions, we can take x square as common factor because x square is present both the places. Remaining will be y to the power 4 minus 100. Now we will do the square root of y to the power 4 and 100 individually. Then what we are going to get? We are going to get y square whole square minus 10 whole square. So x square, here we will write y square plus 10 and here we will write y square minus 10. Thus the sum is over. Thus in this way you will solve this sum number 10. After this we will solve sum number 11 and then we will solve sum number 12. Back to back we will solve these two sums number 11 and sum number 12. 11, in sum number 11 it is given that 144 minus p to the power 6. 144 is the square root of 12, whereas p to the power 6 is the square root of p cube. Yes, powers are added, so p cube. So 12 plus p cube and 12 minus p cube. As simple as that. As simple as that. You can see how easy these sums are. Now we will do a big sum, that is sum number 12. Let's move it to sum number 12. What is given in sum number 12? It is a big sum, a little bit big than the previous sum. In sum number 12 it is given that x plus y whole square minus x minus y whole square. X plus y whole square minus x minus y whole square. Now here in this case this is a, this whole term is b. Then first what you will write, x plus y in one bracket and x minus y in another bracket. Be careful when you do the minus, because when you will do the minus, the sign of the second bracket, the sign of the variables inside the second bracket will automatically get reversed. Let's see, x plus y plus x minus y in one bracket, no problem is there. But x plus y, now minus you are writing, because once you have written plus in one bracket, in another bracket you have to write minus. While you write minus, the sign of the bracket variables, the sign of the variables inside the bracket will change. It will become minus x, plus x will become minus x and minus y will become plus y. Why? Because minus into minus will become plus. Now you have to do certain calculations, like plus y and minus y get cancelled. Here plus x and minus x will get cancelled. So in the from the first bracket we are getting x plus x, that is 2x. From the second bracket we are getting y plus y, that is 2y. So our answer from this sum is 4xy, 4 into x into y, that is 4xy. So in this way we will solve all the sums one by one given in exercise 17. I hope whatever I have explained in today's class you have understood. In my next class I will come up with more complicated sums from the factorization of exercise 17. Till then, practice these sums well and see the description box. If there is any link given, please click on the link to get the solved sums through the PDF. Till then, goodbye.